How's it going there, my fellow Fab fans? So normally this would be a pre-release video that I put out, but a lot has happened with Flesh and Blood lately. So I just wanted to cover bases on that a little bit. We did have a fan announcement that most of you are probably already aware and have seen a lot of videos of it. I just needed to take some time to let it all settle because I was pretty salty about it at the beginning, because Ninjas pretty much lost their card draw advantage, and Art of War was a main staple for any aggro deck. But as I let myself calm down a little bit, I'm sure it's because they have something in the future. It isn't going to be quite the same as Art of War, but I think we can already see it in Aurora that there's going to be some cards that are going to be a little bit similar, maybe not quite as powerful, but it is going to help you get these damage output turns that is necessary, especially with ninjas, because the go wide strategy is pretty much what a ninja class should be able to do. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Bandless. I wanted to keep it kind of short. I mean, with all the tomes, it is what it is. Prism can still draw 2 cards off of an angel. I guess I have more to talk about with the Bandless. And then, of course, you know, Brutes got their Blood Rush Bellow, and I just think they got something in the works to help Ninja out a little bit. The Bonds line for CC, like, I get it. With the LL format, though, I think it's kind of crappy that they did only 1 copy. But I haven't done Living Legends too much, but now I see myself gravitating towards that a little bit now. But kind of as somebody who is a little bit more familiar with the format, I guess Zen was really that powerful with the Bonds line in the LL format. So that's fine. I mean, when we're talking about Living Legends, I think Zen has a lot of other options that he can do. With CC, it definitely took his kneecaps out a little bit. I am usually a KATU main, and right now he is pretty much unplayable at this point. Even with the Tiger line, losing that Art of War just loses the Tiger tokens being able to have that 1 attack buff. So that hurts a lot, because now instead of having 9 copies of a buff between that, Head Leads the Tail, and Roar of the Tiger, now it only has 6, which normally isn't very good, but maybe we can find something that's manageable with that. Right now it's the only thing KATU really has going for him. And with Zen, he can still run some combo lines, it's just going to be a little bit different. I was kind of playing around with him on Sunday, and it's not bad, but I do think there's some things I gotta work to make it a little bit better. I mean, we still have a couple of card draw cards, but we're not drawing multiple cards at all anymore, other than activating Zen's ability. So with all that said, I feel better about the ban list now than I did starting off, because yeah, I do think down the pipeline there's a lot more sets coming out for next year and everything. I do believe that they will work on the ninja class a little bit and give them some better tools to work with. And then with that, we had a recent announcement of Ira showing up as an adult, which for all you lore people, we always had that debate wondering if Ira died or lived at the end of her lore story. So I think now we got our answer. And I do think she's going to end up being the better ninja than Zen, because Zen really depends Zen really depends on his Transcends to activate to be able to do his ability, even though he can just do it willy-nilly. Ira's ability is always active, so every second attack we're getting +1, which opens up a lot of tools for her. It kind of almost plays into an Art of War basis, which could have possibly been the reason for the ban. And Ira can do quite a few things. She can go into a tiger build. She can play around with generic cards because her ability text doesn't sorry. Ira's ability doesn't specify ninja class attack actions. Or even attack actions. It's just literally second attack. For newer players, it's going to be really nice because they don't have to try and like play around with an ability for their hero. They can focus more on their deck and the cards. And yeah, like I was saying before, I think that's a good way of her kind of playing around without having Art of War, because she can kind of do that every time. So yeah, she has options about going really wide, or she could be very punchy. We'll see what she does. It is really awesome. I think they did a really good idea with this anniversary package. Being able to have access to it at all your local game stores is really nice, and it helps the stores out too, which I do appreciate that they try their best to give them some advantages as far as card product. Okay, with all that, we can finally kind of talk about pre-release here of Rosetta. I do think it's going to be a lot of fun. I expect to go to the Banish Zone. I'm back and forth if I want to do one on Friday, which I think it's first capital. I don't know. I didn't really look into it because I don't know if I'm going to have time to do one on Friday. And then I'm going to go to the portal on Sunday, which they have their own unique rune chant that kind of has some lightning stuff going on. Definitely expect me to start playing Aurora because she's going to be a lightning rune blade subtext ninja class because she's going to be very aggressive and aggro, and I think she's going to be able to do some pretty crazy wide turns at the same time. And yeah, I also think during pre-release, I think she is going to be one of the most dominant in the sealed format. I've heard of Florian doing really good things as well. I think Ocilia is also going to have a good time. I think as long as you get the right cards for him, you're going to be good because he really depends on the sigils. And then Verdance also too, you're going to have to need a really good card pull for the life gain and everything. So even when the meta comes in, I think Verdance is going to be the slumper, even though she is my favorite hero out of it all because the artwork on her is just absolutely stunning. But I think Ocilia's is pretty cool too. And Florian just has that gothic dark look to him, which is perfect for like a Earth Rune Blade, or I would think more towards a Shadow Rune Blade, but I think we all know the reasons why they don't want to make him a Shadow character. Yeah, I think I rambled on long enough. I don't want to make this video too long. So I hope y'all have fun at your pre-release. You're probably already doing it as this video comes out. So have fun, everybody, and let's see what Rosetta can bring us going into a new meta. Take care, everyone.